On Saturday, July the 12th, day one, we will be mainly traveling to Costa Rica. We'll load our bags early onto the bus so we can leave early the next morning at 2 o'clock.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, Jaden! Happy birthday to you!
Some of us had a little bit too much caffeine. Rose Diamond will be our chauffeur for this trip, and she did an excellent job. We'll arrive at the airport just as the sun is coming up. And now it's time to unload the bus and move everything inside the airport.
She said you don't need she didn't need the meditation, but she needs the medication.
Despite warning, some of us brought more than they needed to.
Want to use one video? No, hers don't matter.
That looks like a circus elephant thing.
Don't take my picture.
I'd like to thank Connie for her GoPro footage. I just wish she'd have held it a little steadier. Then off we head to Houston, Texas.
Jake? Daphne, you're flying.
For some, it was the first time to fly. Soon we arrive at the gate at Houston Airport and wait on our carry-ons that had to be put underneath the airplane. And then we take the tram over to the next terminal.
The splendor of the King, clothed in majesty, let all the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide, and trembles at his voice, trembles at his voice. How great is our God, sing with me how
Well, I am all fueled up and ready for takeoff. We are heading into some wonderful places together, and I will try my best to fly right and not get distracted by the beautiful scenery. So all aboard and let's get in the air.
Soon it's time to get on board and head to San Jose, Costa Rica.
and time is in his hands, beginning at the end, beginning at the end. The God and three in one, Father, Spirit, Son, the Lion and the Lamb, Lion and the Lamb. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? And all will see how great is our God. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? And all will see how
Along the way, we'll fly over the Gulf of Mexico and then over the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. One of the most beautiful places we'll fly over is Belize, and it's turquoise water around it due to the white sand on the bottom in the shallow seas. And there we'll see several coral atolls that we could have gone scuba diving in if we'd been stopping there. As we cross over Nicaragua, we'll be able to see the sights there, but mainly we'll cross Lake Nicaragua and see the active volcanoes there. Madras volcano on the left, and on the right, Concepcion volcano, both still active today. Next, we fill out our customs form that we'll need when we land. And soon we're winging over Costa Rica and its mountainous terrain.
Sing with me, how
As we come into land in Alajuela at San Jose Airport, we'll get to be able to see from the air what a typical Costa Rican city would look like.
Yeah, yeah. I want the public to understand. Aye, aye, aye. How in the world is getting that make the lobster break up their band. Yeah, yeah. Fire in the land with the lobster band. Aye, aye, aye. I want the public to understand. Belay. How in the world is getting that make the lobster break up their band. I say you run, tell me why you run.
Soon we'll be winding our way through the airport at San Jose. We'll go through immigration, pick up our luggage, go through customs, and then head out to the bus that's waiting for us.
She want a man, and now she want what's up money. She make me understand. That's the man that is money man, and then a baller. Hey, hey.
Once we load all the luggage on the bus and we load ourselves on the bus, it's time to head to the place where we'll be sleeping for most of the rest of the time, in Alajuela.
Here in Limon City, I am the master of melody and a ballet. Fire in the land with the lobster band. Hey, yeah. I want the public to
Along the way, we'll see that there is civilization here. They have a Walmart.
Taking a board in my bed again when I hear the sound of an aeroplane. Say to me, Cirilo, wake up and see.
We'll see a few street performers as we go right in the middle of traffic, and others will be out talking and selling various things to make a few dollars.
Yeah, yeah. I want the public to understand. How in the world is getting that make the lobster break up their band. I know I really wanted to take a bar. Me and my tuba and my guitar, singing the atmosphere. The music I love to hear, and then I'm balling. Fire in the land with the lobster band. Yeah, yeah. I want the public to understand. Aye, aye, aye. How in the world is getting that make the lobster break up their band.
We'll see many familiar signs: Burger King, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, and of course, Scrappy Dog. We'll pass students going to school. Many walk or catch public transportation, but they also have school buses like this that pick them up at their homes.
Now that's where you need to go with your camera, Connie, and do some skateboard tricks for Connor and Cooper. And Connor and Cooper would be so impressed with their mama.
Oh my gosh, Mom would be the coolest mom ever.
Soon we're arriving at the place where we'll be sleeping for the nights. The brown building on the left. Upstairs will be where the women stay, and downstairs is the men's area. There'll be a group of about 40 staying here, as we have a group of about 25 from Birmingham. We'll have single beds and bunk beds of various combinations, showers and bathrooms. We'll have an open area in front where we can sit and rest. And then in the back is where our sleeping accommodations will be. This is what the women's area looks like. One of the biggest problems is we are right on the street, and these little motorcycles need to get a running start to get up the next hill, so they are extremely loud outside all night long. And now it's time to head to Fred's house, where we will be eating and spending a lot of time. We'll drive there each morning for breakfast, and we'll eat supper there usually.
I want the public to understand how in the world is getting done. Make the lobster break up their back. Let go me hand, let go me hand. I want the public to
At Fred's house, we'll be joining the other team from Birmingham. They'll be working on construction.
They love me sing calypso and then
It's surrounded by a beautiful garden.
Yeah, yeah. I want the public to understand how in the world is getting done. Make the lobster break up their back. O-U-T-O-S-I-D side. Now me lobster going to aside. I want to break away. Mañana is another, and then a ball on fire in the land with the lobster.
When we arrive, they have fresh fruit and sandwiches for us to eat, since we haven't eaten since early in the morning. And Grace is always hanging around for a snack, and she's a good watchdog. She watches everything for food. Fred Curry is the head of Rice and Beans program.
We call
Let's
this the
listen to
finca.
him.
That's like the farm, but we're both of you. Well, Alan and his wife's been here before. You guys have been here before, and where we worked in the south. But where we're working up here is a lot of difference in the way that we are trying to work. We are. It's more urban. We have our places that are rural, but most of what we do is more urban. The ministry is able to reach more people. A lot of times in the rural settings, the people are very humble and really have really a special heart about them. In the urban setting, sometimes it's hard. People have harder hearts. There's more obstacles in their way. So being able to minister to people is just so much bigger and better opportunities to be able to reach out to people. Resistance that we have is almost none. Whereas in the rural community, sometimes you have resistance from the mother church. And so here, because a lot of people are unchurched, we don't have as much resistance. When we deliver food, people are really open to being able to evangelize to people through food. We're there just to build relationships. Only God can save. We go just to be the hands and the feet, and to be able to just let people know that they're loved and that they do have a purpose in this world. There is hope. And if anybody wants to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, we're there to be able to help facilitate that new relationship for people. Last week in our camp that we had last week, there was many people that came to know the Lord. One was not too far from here. And so now our job is to find pastors and churches here to help people to continue that relationship. We can do so much, but it's the place of the local church to be able to reach out to and work. Cutting loose. Church went down to about 8 people, 9 people. They brought in another pastor now. He's a young pastor. His name is Gustavo. He was kind of a guard at the Central Methodist facility while he was going through seminary. Once you see his face, you may or may not know him. But He's got the church up to probably 40 people right now. He's young. ¿Cuántos años tiene Gustavo? 25? He's 25 or something like that. They just had a baby. It's about 6 months ago, but the baby was born premature. Spent a couple months in the hospital, but you look at that baby, you can't tell it was premature. And so the possibilities of what they're trying to do is really big. We're building in there. It's about a 2,400 square foot building that is where they will use as a multi-use building for sanctuary, for dining hall, for many activities that they can use there. We're going to be building a retaining wall so that we can build a Sunday school facility on top. Their Sunday school facility is a tent shack, and I promise you those buildings over there are better. And so, that's the way our process is going there. The kids are coming out of their 2-week summer break or winter break or whatever you call it, and they start back to school on Monday. And they've been going through some turmoil in the school here. They started the school in February the 15th, and last month, vacation for the winter break was July the 1st through this Monday. 2 weeks before that, they had been on strike. The teachers had been on strike for a month. They came back and they was in school for 2 weeks, and then went on vacation for 2 weeks. So they've been through some really struggles in the school here. The teachers wasn't paid for 3 months, and so that really hurt. Bible schools, it just depends on what Gabby comes. We could be together with different classes, or we could be in different spots. I'll just, whatever they tell me they're going to do, that's what we go with. I try to stay out of some of that stuff and just let them do what they do. I want to encourage you this week to be in a relationship with Rosa and Kiki and Luis and Loli and Jody and Gabby and about what's going on here. They're the ones that's going to lead you in everything that we do. I'm there.
Jody will be one of our translators, help us with Vacation Bible School.
She works in our schools as well and in our Bible school activities. She makes your name tags for you. Gabby will help coordinate the schools with the schools. She'll be the liaison that gets us into the places that we go. All these guys work in food ministry. So this is Luis. He works with Kiki in the construction, and he doesn't really speak any English. So you can sit over there and talk to him all you want, but he doesn't understand anything.
Kiki will work with mainly the other team doing construction on the church.
This is Rosa. Rosa, she's really probably helped me longer than anybody. She's helped me since early 2008. And she's kind of our administrator here. She takes care of the menus and making sure we go and buy the right amount of food. And she's got 8 kids.
Letty will be our cook.
And she's got grandkids. She's got one kid the same age as one of her grandkids. All the
Rosie will help with whatever she needs
she
to.
does a lot of things. She makes sure like your house and all the beds were made. I mean, everybody made beds, but if anything we need to do during the week, she'll go over and take care of the house. Our supporters and churches and things, they like to see the story, and that's okay. If we had choices, we could just tell the story from our hearts. You're going to see people with a satellite dish on their house or things like that, but a lot of times their homes are paid for. I mean, most people don't do financing here. They build, or sometimes they get a government grant house, sometimes they inherit, but most of the people that you come in contact with will own their home without a debt. So the only thing they can afford sometimes is a big screen TV or a satellite dish. They may not have much else in the house, but they'll have a TV. 65% of the country lives under $4,800 a year, and about 35% of the country live under $2,000 a year. Minimum wage for people that work, that pay taxes, is $440 a month. That's minimum wage. That's $110 a week. And that doesn't matter whether you got 2 kids, a wife, or 8 kids. That's going to be what the minimum wage is. Gasoline is $6 a gallon. A bag of rice that we give out, the ones that we give out, are $3 and some odd cents for a bag of rice. It's $1.50 for a small bag of beans. It's $1.50 for a bag of cornmeal. It's about $2.80, $3 for a bag of milk. You know, so we look at $12. All right, you look at somebody that makes $110 a week, and they get a $12. I mean, we're giving them a $12 bag of food, but there's just not enough to go around. You know, that's a lot of the problem is malnutrition from not enough food. They eat basic, that highest diabetes rate in Central America.
In Costa Rica, and what are they doing? They're texting on their cell phones. They could have done that at home and not paid.
After introductory time, it's time now to eat supper. Letty cooks everything outside in this kitchen. And if you'll notice, it's pretty well open. We didn't have a problem with bugs.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Jaden. Happy birthday to you.
We'll close each night with a devotion.
Relationships in the name of our Lord. And I pray that for the ones that have been here before, that you learn something new. And I know the ones that haven't been here before, you're going to learn a lot. But what my prayer is that you take back what you learned and build relationships in your own community, within a mile of your church, within 2 miles of your church, in your neighborhood, sometimes in our congregations. And use it to help God for people to know Him. He will use you as tools. I don't really want to call them tools, but I don't know any other word to use. Instruments, but that same thing as a tool. But He will use you to share His love. And by the end of this week, you'll understand what I'm saying. We do this every day. But it's not a job. It's the way we live. This is our lifestyle. And the same as you, each person here at this table, God has chosen you to be his hands and his feet, to be his disciples, to go out into the world and share his love. I'm sure there was people that wanted to come that's not here. And I'm sure there's people that's here that didn't know they was coming. And that's why we're chosen by him. We're going to talk about harvest this week. Our theme for our year is being united for the harvest. And in John 4, in verse 35, it says that we are to harvest. You know what the harvest is? That's the lives that come to know the Lord. The ones that...
Mega Super is one of the local stores, and we'll stop there several times to shop. And then it's time to get ready for bed, ending our first day in Costa Rica.